I'd like to welcome everyone to this morning's Shotsuki Memorial Service. And we are really honored to have the minister's assistant from Gardena Buddhist Temple, Allison Yasaki, who will be helping us here at the Pasadena Buddhist Temple. She'll be conducting some services in Sensei's absence, as well as working with me as, a minister's assistant. I'd like to thank all those who made this service possible. First, Allison Yasaki Sensei, our organist, Howard Hayes, and the flowers, which are done by Kyoko Okura Gibbs, and the streaming of the services done by Alan Goto, and hopefully Kathy Kumagai, who's at home. So first, the recitation of the names. On the first Sunday of each month, we observe the monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo, in honor of those members of our Buddhist community who have passed away during the respective month in which this service is being held. I will now read the names of those loved ones who passed away in the month of September, in whose memory this morning's service is being conducted. For those of you observing today's service in recognition of family members or friends who have passed away, please come forward as I read the name of your departed loved one to offer incense in their honor. I will now begin the recitation of the names for the September Shotsuki. Arita Ratsu, Fujimoto Hajime, Furumoto Yasu, Goto Koichi, Goto Kyoichi, Hamaguchi Hachizo, Hamano Kimi, Hayashi Kyoko, Higashioka Shigeru, Hirose Shigeru, Inoue Mr. Kaoru, Ito Frank, Kawamoto Kunitaro, Kawamoto Masano, Kawamoto Tazuko, Kawashima Fumi, Kobuke Yutaka, Kubo Kiyomasa, Kuramoto Kiku, Matsumoto Hachitaro, Matsumoto Yaemon, Mentz Geraldine, Mito Shika, Mitsuoka George, Morioka Sadayo, Muraki Rikyo, Nagatani Shigeru, Naito Imakichi, Nishida Miki, Nishikawa Mutsue, Ogura Tomie, Okida Mariko, Okuno Matsu, Omura Seki, Onishi Kita, Onishi Yoshisuke, Otake Takeo, Oyama Maju, Oyama Mitomu, Sakamoto Isaburo, Soga Noriko, Sogi Atsuye, Sugimoto Hatsujiro, Takayama Mito, Takayama Otomatsu, Takayama Tomi, Tanabe Violet, Teraoka Yumi, Teshima Isamu, Toimoto Itsuyo, Tsuchimoto Tsuneo, Tsuchiya Inosuke, Tsuchiya Tomizo, Ueno Kimi, Wakasa Kyozo, Yamada Sato, Yamada Tokutaro, Yamaoka Rai, Yamasaki Nao, Yamashita Kihei, Yamazoe Mine, Yokoyama Kiyomi, Yokoyama Sakae, Yujiro Tokuo. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Next, will the Sangha please rise for a reflective reading? All things are impermanent and without abiding self. They are like the moon reflected in water, like lightning, like shadows, like dew. The Dharma cannot be expressed by words, the Buddha proclaimed. Thus I bow in reverence to the Noble One, Amida, and it's from the Juni Rai. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. If you could please be seated. Next, Allison Yasaki Sensei will lead us in sutra chanting, Sambutsuge. It is on page 33 of your service book.
Namamda, 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 namamda. Zai Sho Ka 世上位解任精進如是三昧知恵以上五世徳部不行志願一切空空一切大安決しうぶ百千億万無量大小修行語者供養一切死と勝負不尿愚道検証不逆非尿語者勝負世界不不影無種節道光明師匠変死小国尿税精進偉人難量量が差部国土第一五種奇妙道場超絶国如内音任務闘争がと愛民道達一切自法来生新熱症状意図が国経楽安穏公仏神妙是が心象発願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信用軽量心死食毒中願用精進臨終不敬ナマンダブナマンダ 妙の聖祭道も内心おにょあんらこナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダナマンダ。
Thank you very much, Sensei, for beautiful chanting. Will the Sangha please rise for the Gatha? And it will be followed by the reflective reading. We will do Ondok-san 2. It is on page 146, and we'll follow that with a reflective recitation of the Golden Chain, which is on page 8. If you'll now turn to page 8, the Golden Chain. And it's appropriate because we have it's the first day of Dharma school. So if you'll follow along with me, I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. May I be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. May I think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. If the Sangha could please be seated. I will now release all the Dharma school kids so they can have some fun activities with Kyoko-san. We will now have a Dharma message by Allison Yasaki Sensei, and her theme is Auspicious Month Services. However, let me tell you a little bit about Allison Yasaki. She is joining us here at the Pasadena Buddhist Temple as the minister's assistant. She is coming from the Gardena Buddhist Temple, where she is a certified minister's assistant. She was born and raised in Torrance and grew up attending Gardena Buddhist Church. She became a certified minister's assistant at Gardena in 2015. She is currently employed by the Torrance Unified School District as assistant to the Director of Maintenance and Transportation. She is not only doing that, but she's a very busy person. She's a staff member of Gardina's Wisteria Chugakko Summer Middle School Program, a technology helper for that program, and she is going to begin her studies at the Institute of Buddhist Studies starting this fall. But to tell a little bit about herself, she's attended El Camino College. She's played basketball, as many senseis do. It's part of your life. She is a Disney fan, which I share with her, and Star Wars. And during her downtime, she likes, she plays Nintendo video games, as many of people her age do. And she's a longtime Dodger fan because of her mom. And what's ironic is they followed my nephew, because my nephew last year was San Diego Padre, Kyle Higashioka, and it was their favorite player. So there is a connection. She's come to the right temple. So anyway, I'd like to introduce Allison Yasaki Sensei, and she will give the Dharma message.
Thank you for that intro, Kathy. Let's see. So again, thank you all for allowing me to participate in your services here at Pasadena Buddhist Temple. I'm going to start off with the Nembutsu, and then I will start by reading a segment by Shinran Shonin. So let me start with that. Namami notes, namami notes, namami notes, namami notes. Genso no kyo to toku koto wa rita keu keu kau yashime. すなわち小に栄して、不言の徳を主するなりと。The directing of virtue for our return to this world is such that we attain the resultant state of benefiting and guiding others. Immediately re-entering the world of beings, we engage in the compassionate activity that is the virtue of sanam patra. So as I mentioned, this passage is actually quoted from the Kosowasan, or Hymns of the Pure Land Masters, that was written by Shinran Shonin, who I'm sure you all are familiar with, is the right side of the altar on that far end, and is the founder of our school of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu. Today is Pasadena Shotsuki Hoyo service, where those who have passed in September are observed, or those who we loved, those we have cared for, those who meant so much to us, and those who have inspired us. As we gather today, I'm sure even now we continue to love, to care for, to honor, and to be inspired by these individuals. However, experiencing their physical loss can be painful, no matter how far away they passed. So let's back up for a second. What is the term Shotsuki? Sho, the first part of the term, is auspicious or favorable. And tsuki is a general term that is used for month. But typically you'll see it written as moon. As a note, 1 month is basically a lunar cycle. So Shotsuki is an auspicious month. But what about Shotsuki is so auspicious, so favorable, that we would hold this service to commemorate someone who has passed away? It's interesting. So, is everyone familiar with the term karma? I think so, to a degree, right? While it is typically used as something along the lines of, if you do bad things will happen to you, or if you do good things will happen to you, or even written as what goes around comes around. One of the ways karma is used in Buddhism is to refer to all the causes and conditions of everything that surrounds us. As an example, if my parents had not had me, I wouldn't be here. And if I was not born, I would not have the opportunity to go to a temple and hear the Dharma. And if I did not have the opportunity to go to a temple and to hear the Dharma, I would not be able to share in this service with you all today. I'm sure many of you know the statue in the middle of the altar. This is Amida Buddha. And Amida Buddha has made 48 vows for us. Of these 48 vows, the 18th vow is the most important in Jodo Shinshu. In a nutshell, this vow states, if, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, with sincere mind, entrusting themselves, aspiring to be born in my land and saying my name, perhaps even 10 times, should not be born there, may I not attain the supreme enlightenment. I do want to point out something, though. Before becoming a Buddha, this person was a king. And as a king, they had everything: fortune, royal status, kingdom, not quite the lottery that we could have all won last night, but you get the idea. These things would probably make us happy, or at least a little bit more comfortable, right? We could have AC, all that fun stuff. But the king, who later became Amida Buddha, gave all of that away. They gave up all these things in order to save us from our suffering. But in order to fulfill that desire, they established these 48 vows. And they worked really hard to accomplish these vows in order to become Amida Buddha. And to be clear, if Amida cannot save all of us from suffering, even one person, they promise not to become a Buddha anymore. And so, just as many of you, I've had my share of family and friends who have passed on. And each time someone passes, it hurts. Sometimes even years later, it still hurts. And at times, it doesn't seem any easier to deal with that loss. But I think knowing that there are others who understand loss helps. And I think that's why, or one of the many reasons why, a temple is so important. The temple is a place where we can hear acknowledgement of our feelings, that our feelings of loss are valid. And there are those around us, whether here or not, who are helping us to hear Amida's words so that we are able to help others work toward overcoming that suffering. So how does hearing Amida Buddha's words help us? We are told after our loved ones pass, they are born into Amida Buddha's Pure Land. This is a place where one becomes a Buddha, a part of Amida, and is freed from suffering. However, the work of a Buddha is not finished once they reach that Pure Land. They continue to share their enlightenment with us by returning to our world and to guide us towards Amida Buddha. By guiding us toward the Buddha, they help us to hear the calling of Amida's name, or Namo Amida Butsu. All of those we are remembering today at our Shotsuki service are continuing to reach out to us. They are encouraging us to hear that name so that we may be saved from our own suffering. So when we recite or say Namo Amida Butsu, it's not just for those who have passed before us, it's also for us. we are the ones who are hearing Amida's name. And hopefully, we are the ones calling out to Amida in thankfulness and humbleness for what has been provided and what continues to be provided for us. As we observe this month's Shotsuki Hoyo, let us take the time to not just remember those who have gone before us during these auspicious months, but to know that they continue to be part of our lives and are continually helping us with our services here at the Pasadena Buddhist Temple as a part of Amida Buddha, as part of Nembutsu, as a part of all of us. And so with that, I would like to conclude my message. Thank you so much for hearing me, and I appreciate all of your time. And I hope you continue to come back to the Pasadena Buddhist Temple. Thank you. No one knows, no one knows, no one knows, no one knows, no one knows.
Thank you for a wonderful message, Allison Sensei. It's really time for us to reflect on, especially for those who have lost someone in this month, to remember how much that person gave us and also how much they are still a part of us and an important lessons that we can learn from their lives and from their passing. Anyway, we'll have a final reflective reading. So if everyone can please stand. Let us cease from wrath and refrain from angry looks, nor let us be resentful when others differ from us. For all beings have hearts, and each heart has its own leanings. Their right is our wrong, and our right is their wrong. We are not unquestionably sages, nor are they unquestionably fools. We are both simply ordinary beings. How can anyone lay down a rule by which to distinguish right from wrong? For we are all, one with another, wise and foolish, like a ring which has no end. Shotoku Taishi. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. If you could all be seated. And do we have announcements? I think Jeannie's coming right up. Yeah, well, we're kind of having an obon. We are having a fall obon. So I think Jeannie will give us some information on that.
Thank you to everybody who came back for our first service. It's so good to see everybody. It's more, I think, instead of a service, we should have just had a party. But it is nice. We are back. And again, thank you, Allison Sensei, for coming today, and her family who also joined her. So again, we are planning on a small obon October 4th. Don't tell too many people. I don't want it to be too crowded, but we are looking forward to everybody's help. So if you can give us a couple of hours, you can help us serve curry or do something. We'll find something for you to do. What was I? So there are some seminars coming up, so I'd like you to check your calendar for the Southern District Conference, Buddhist Conference. Is going to be at San Fernando. If you need transportation or if you'd like help with the registration, let us know. It will be a great way to hear the Dharma from different senseis and be with other people from other churches. October the 25th, and so Kathy will take your name and put you on the list, and we will, do some carpooling. Next Saturday is Keiro no Hi. If you are going to Keiro no Hi and you need a ride, let me know, and then I'll transport you to Nishi. And I think that's it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, good. Didn't realize.
Good morning. My name is Marvin Inoue. I just got back from traveling in Peru, and I might have a little jet lag, but I just wanted to remind you that there is a current automobile, a small, very small automobile show at Art Center South, which is on the corner of Glenwood and Glenarm and Raymond. Anyway, it's a very small show, but it talks about the automotive culture of the Japanese American before, during, and after the war. And I was a part of that generation, so they have a 510. I did not do any drifting, though, but just wanted to let you know that show is on display till, I think, November. Thank you.
Well, I think if there's no other announcement, it's a beautiful day, so please enjoy the rest of your day. However, if you have not offered incense, please do so now. And welcome back to the temple, and hope to see you next week. Thank you. Have a safe trip home.